Hello everybody and welcome to the Engineer's Blueprints, a map review series where I will walk you through every inch of a popular TF2 map and talk about an engineer's role in each area. While going over specific areas, I will also be overviewing commonly used building placements and why they're effective, personal strategies that I use to be more effective as engineer in certain areas, and labeling commonly used callouts for map areas, props, and things like that. Now before you dive in, I'm going to be going over a few things about the series that you should know beforehand. First things first, this is not by any means a guide that should be followed exactly to the T every time you play Engineer on these maps. The Engineer is the class that allows for the most creativity in the game, so keep in mind that while a lot of the building placements that I talk about in the series are used because they're based around common sense, it doesn't mean that it will always be the best option. In the words of Frank Underwood, the only problem with common sense is that it's so common. Being unpredictable can often take you a surprisingly long way in this game. Second thing is that when you see a still shot of a section of a map that is labeled like this one here, these names are referred to as callouts. Basically, callouts are sections of a map that you can refer to when talking about an area. The reason that these are used in competitive TF2, for instance, is so that when, say, an enemy soldier is on the platform thing on top of the little house here, you can tell your teammates, soldier on playground, instead of soldier on the platform thing on top of the little house. It saves time, and when there's a mutual understanding of what each area is called, it makes it that much easier to communicate. Not to mention, I will be referring to the areas by their callout names during the entire series, so it will be helpful to study these mini-maps when they appear, and memorize the callouts. And one last thing to mention, occasionally maps get updated, and things may change that will contradict what an episode may talk about. If this happens, I will release an extended sub-video that will go over the updated area to keep you up to speed on any changes in maps, so if you notice that an area that I'm talking about looks different than what you're used to, chances are that map has been updated after I publish the video, and you should look for an annotation or a link in the description to a sub-video talking about that update. Alright, so yeah, that's all you need to know before watching the Engineer's Blueprints. I hope you enjoy the series, and maybe you'll learn a few things.